Welcome everyone to Pop Friction Super. This is going to be my serious review of Jawbreakers. I think a lot of people, like I posted it in some groups, that were fans of Richard C. Meyer and John Malin, and they thought I was serious. Obviously, I was joking. It was all just a big zing. Got him, but not really, I guess. I went to a local comic book convention yesterday. Had a fucking blast. I don't think I've ever had that much fun at a comic book convention. I've been going to this one for several years now, and this was the best one. It gets bigger every year. It's called RobCon, R-O-B. Gets bigger every year. Chuck Norris was at this one. Big deal. May not agree with him politically, but it's fucking Chuck Norris. He wasn't there yesterday, but he might be there today, or maybe he was there Friday. I had a good time. I was supposed to meet up with some friends, but we missed each other by a handful of minutes. They left probably while I was in the parking lot. But I did run into one friend, chatted with him for a while. Had some kids with me. I don't have kids, but friend of the family. I'm Uncle Johnny. I hate being called Johnny. It's not my fucking name. Can't stand it. They call me Uncle Johnny. I just let them run free. I got tired of keeping track of them. Within 20 minutes, I had lost one of them 15 times. I was like, listen, as long as you kids don't go out that door with anyone other than me or a police officer, have fun. Find me when you need me. I mean, even if you got a piss, don't walk through those doors without me. They're all 12. The two of them were 12. One of them was 14. They can fend for themselves, which is why I had a good time. I could walk around, look through long boxes, look at action figures, chat with people briefly, and just generally enjoy myself. I only bought myself one thing, though. I spent $10 on myself. I'll review that later when I read it. But Jawbreakers, Splato Comics, Richard C. Meyer, your boy Zach, as he's known. John Malin on the art, cover by Ethan Van Sciver. A couple other artists in here because there's 3 stories. I mean, 2 stories told in 3 parts. Lost Souls, John Malin art, like I said. Jawbreakers Book 1, Simon Bennett, and Book 2 by Kelsey Shannon. You got a little art gallery in the back. Now, start with this cover. Fantastic cover, highly detailed, but not a good cover, I don't think. This is a hell of a pinup and an excellent splash page. Not a good cover. Logo is fantastic. Logo was done by Bob Stone. Fantastic logo, Chief. But not a good cover for 2 reasons. I mean, it's a good artwork, but not a good cover. 2 reasons. One, heroes look like a bunch of scared pussies. And if this is your first introduction, like it is, like it was for me to the Jawbreakers, most people never heard of the Jawbreakers, and this was their first introduction. You don't want a bunch of pussified heroes on the cover. And this guy is so small, I didn't know it was a character until I was looking at it. I really had to look at it. I thought it had something to do with these eyes, or it was like blood or something. Second reason it's not a good cover is it gives away the giant monkey. If you didn't know anything about Jawbreakers and hadn't followed the story on the Indiegogo, this is a crowdfunded comic, by the way. You won't find this on the shelves at a comic book store or any bookstore. You had to back it. Only backers got it. But the monkey it's kind of secretive through most of it. You don't see it coming. So why put that on the cover? You know what I mean? Other than that, good Like I said, good solid artwork from Ethan. This is a cover. This is also a hell of a fucking splash page to open up with. Heroes looking cool as shit. Not like a bunch of scared pussies. I'm pretty sure he's crying. He's shit himself. He just died of a heart attack. He can't see, so he don't know what the fuck's going on either. He's definitely urinating. And this guy is so insignificant, you don't even know he's there. Excellent cover. I mean, yeah, this would have been an excellent cover. The artwork by John Malin is solid as fuck. Really liked it. His storytelling from panel to panel is easy to follow. Let's talk about the first one first. This, I didn't like this. I don't understand the big bubble. I know he took a bite of this ice cream. There's a giant bubble on his face. No one looks like that when they chew. Only qualm, I believe, is the right word. Everything else is good. Let's talk about the writing for a minute. Solid. I backed his other project, which is Iron Sights, which I have right here. And this one was good. This one is a vast improvement. The Lost Souls part is a vast improvement. And this one wasn't bad. Like I said, it was a good comic. I'm going to retro review this because I got plans for that. It's an action comic. Fun stuff happening. The characters' powers are a little ill-defined, though. I don't know. I still have no idea what... Hold on, let me find it. This guy, this dude in the red, I have no idea what his powers are. I read this thing twice, just this first part. And there's a romance in here that kind of is a little too fast. They meet, he flirts with her briefly, and then later on she's like, I'm only safe when I'm with you. A little quick, I think. You could have paced that a little better. Why did they have to fall in love that fast? Can they just like fucked and that'd been it? You know, you can fuck people and not fall in love with them. I do it all the time. Pimp. Lots of action. Another problem I have, and this is just nitpicking now. This character comes out of nowhere, not mentioned at all. There's another character. This character comes out of nowhere. There's a role in fiction, the writing, that everyone adheres to, and it's because it works. You introduce your first, like every character, even minor ones. You either mention them or show them briefly, or they have something to do early in the first act. And in this case, the first act would have been the first 3 to 5 pages. I'm not sure how many pages this actually is, but that would have been the first act. Not that big of a deal though, because they fill you in on who he is and what he does. This guy, he gets a good 3 pages to fill you in, so that's good. Should have had him somewhere earlier. Good little action story though. Let's go ahead and move on to, I'm not going to show, I don't want Richard to copyright strike me. Jawbreakers book 1. Now this story, this God King shit, was actually interesting. I was really into it. I was kind of pissed. I know he's got another one coming up and it's going to finish off the God King stuff. But I was interested in that. And the writing is much better. It was really solid. Like, keep writing them, Richard. You're going to get better and better and better. Did have one problem. There was one page in here somewhere where the lettering was still kind of blurry. Let's talk about this. Okay, this book 1 is this long, that many pages. I'm not sure how many that is. I'm not going to count them. But the opening action sequence is literally half the book. And I know it's just showing how badass they can be, how tough they are, how smart they are, because they're going up against something, you know, a god king. So they got to be tough. Still don't know what this dude's powers are. Does he have powers, or is it some kind of mech suit or something? I don't know. But this action scene just went on way too long for the story. I understand what you're trying to do there, Richard. Could have been done in 5 pages, and then you could have moved on to this. There's this was interesting. The Ninja Clan. Every time Knife Hands, yes, his name is Knife Hands, or Knife Hand. Jeez, ugh. Just call him Knives. Call him Edge or something. I don't know. But every time he uses his Knife Hand powers, his Ninja Clan can track him. They want him back. Very Snake Eyes, you know. They want him back. Like, come on, motherfucker. So they're coming to get him. Okay. Then there's this debriefing scene talking about the God King and all this shit that he's done. Okay. I mentioned that because later they just out of nowhere start talking about a God gun. Just literally out of fucking nowhere. There's a God gun. Get the God gun. We're in this building. Get the God gun. Never mentioned before. Get the God gun. Hey, dude, grab the God gun. Should have been mentioned in this debriefing scene, I think. Mention it, maybe a couple other weapons that might be powerful enough to take out this God King guy. That's the way I would have done it. It's not my story, though. The Kelsey Shannon artwork is perfect for this story. I hope he's drawing the next one. Probably not, because he did this cover too. And this was a few years ago, I believe. I think it's a fantastic cover that he did for Iron Sights. I'd like to see him doing his current artwork, finishing off this story. But the Ninja Clan thing, I just got to the book 2, this book. Like I said, I was like, oh man, I want to see how this plays out, like later. Well, it doesn't, because they all die in a clever way, but they're all dead. So that story's pretty much done unless they do an origin story. Now that the clan's dead, though, old Knife Hands is like, well, I can talk now. You know, no clan, no vow of silence. I'm out, bitches. Fuck you guys. I can talk. I'm going to go make some new friends, because you guys are shit. Don't like any of you. Fuck you guys. But I truly believe it's all part of the plan. He's going to show up at the end and help save the day. You know, Han Solo, Death Star type of deal. Still don't know what his powers are, but we're getting some solo stuff about him. Really want to see how this ends, the God King stuff. They mentioned right here, getting a solo series, ongoing. Ethan Van Sciver artwork here. I think there's this little G.I. Joe throwback. G.I. Joe's The Expendables, Team 7, and even a little bit of Guardians of the Galaxy were kind of the influence for the Jawbreakers. Excellent pin-up. I wasn't joking about that. I'd like to see her draw a series. She may. I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. But, cute little puppy dog. I enjoyed it. I think the next one's going to be even better. Really looking forward to the finish of this God King story. But, yeah, I got plans to do a re-review. Not necessarily a retro. It came out last year. And what I'm going to do is, people, and I've filmed it once already, filmed it last week, but I got to upgrade my equipment because it was too long and the camera got hot and the phone got hot and then wouldn't save it. But I'm going to do a versus. Black by Kwanzaa Osajefo versus Iron Sights by Richard C. Meyer. I was going to do it with Jawbreakers, but it didn't seem fair because This is one story by one writer, one artist. This is two stories by one writer, three artists. Kind of unfair, you know. But this one is one writer, one artist. So look for that sometime this week. Hopefully I can get it filmed. I have the worst time making videos. Like if I let this one go on much longer, my phone won't save it for some reason. But Jawbreakers, Lost Souls. Shit. Fucking cat. Richard C. Meyer, John Malin, Ethan Van Sciver. Simon Bennett, Kelsey Shannon, Bob Stone doing the logo. I'm sure one day this will be available again as a Kickstarter. I hope so other people can get it, because it's fun. It's a fun read. So I'll be back later. Probably not later today because, like I said, I only got I got a bunch of trades I can review. So I'm going to work through that today. I want to read this. That's what I bought at the convention. Justice League of America. Well, JLA, Power and Glory by Brian Hitch. Writer and artist. Yeah, go fuck. Let's just go ahead. Peace.